All right, on tonight's episode of Python Papi, we're back inside our generative AI course, and we're still building our Llama 2 13B model, or we just finished it up. So let's have a look at what we went over tonight. Now, yesterday, if you recall, we did have an issue with getting the imports that we needed to actually get the model downloaded to our Jupyter notebook. So, come to find out, we were trying to run, or we were building a quantized version of the Llama 13B. Now, this is a version that doesn't need LangChain. It's a model that we can build directly ourselves, and it'll function exactly like the Chat GPT will. So that's why it was so hard. That's why it's still so hard. We weren't able to get it up and going in our local machine, and we weren't able to get it going in our Jupyter notebook. But I noticed the instructor said that if it's not working in those two, we can go ahead and download something called the Google Colab and actually build it in there. So that's the last step we're going to try for that. But we actually did finish it up. I don't know if I'm going to download the Google Colab just to get that one thing going, but I did go ahead and take notes and get everything up and going for the actual model here. So we have everything. We have all of the code we need, all of the steps we took to actually implement it, and all of that stuff. So we have everything we need here, and this is the actual code over here in the notebook. Come over here and show you. Open up my Jupyter notebook. Open that up and show you what it looks like as a whole code without the notes. So we have everything we need. So if we ever do in the future want to go ahead and download the Google Colab and then implement this model, we can do that. So this is everything we need right here. We'll start with the imports here, everything we need there, and then we'll just get ahead and build the code out. Now it actually took him a long time to even generate just one thing. So yeah, I'm not feeling too bad at all. It's not like he was just breezing through it. Even the instructor had to try multiple sources to even get it to work. And then when he did get it to work, it still took a good 2 to 3, 5 minutes to even get things loaded. And then it took another 10, 15 minutes. We were just sitting there watching him, watching his screen even load the questions to ask. So it is a big program. It is a big file that he was trying to load, but he got it to work on the Google Colab. But it did take some time because it is such a big model. So yeah, so that's the next step. If we do want to try if we do want to try to get this model implemented ourselves and actually run it and give it a try, we'll go ahead and get the Google Colab downloaded. Like I was doing all kinds of things today before we actually got to that part. Like I said, I like to skip ahead and see if I can actually figure things out on my own before we move forward. And I was downloading like what do you call that? Visual code installer or Visual Studio installers and things like that to try to make things work with the CMAC. Was saying the CMAC. I had Googled something that said the CMAC might need the Visual Studio installer, so I installed that, eating up all kinds of gigabytes on my laptop here to no avail. Nothing worked, so I just followed along with the instructor, and come to find out, it's just something the issue that we were having in general. So yeah, I don't feel too bad about it now. Like I said, it was just a major issue with the GPU and CPU, like you said. And Google Colab should be able to allow us to use a GPU. Even if we don't use a GPU, we should be able to implement this CMAC here on it. But again, I'm not going to waste too much more time on it because we were running something called the quantized version. That's the version that we're going to build without the LangChain, or that's the version we did build without the LangChain. So yeah, I'm not too worried about that because the next version we're going to build, the very next version we're going to build is going to be that Llama 2 that I actually downloaded to my machine already, and we're going to be using LangChain with that. And as you know, we already were using the LangChain with our models, and everything was working well with that. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed that everything goes well. I already have the Llama 2 7B downloaded to my machine, so it shouldn't be an issue with anything with that. And we already been using LangChain, so it shouldn't be an issue there. So moving forward, we'll see how things go. Everything should be a little smoother. I'm not going to say a lot smoother. I have no idea what to expect moving forward, but things should be a little smoother from here on out. Like I said, we are done with the Llama 2 13B, and we are moving forward to the Llama 2 7B LangChain version, not the quantized version where we're just building it ourselves, but the LangChain version where we're going to use LangChain as a wrap or dependency to actually run our model. But of course, I will keep you posted every step of the way. And for now, it's the Python Poppy. You guys stay Gucci.